Josue back again with another video. Let me get a nice little stretch here. Probably should have done that before I started the video. I did a couple meditations today. I'm ready for the day. And you know, something that many of us still don't realize is that is how powerful our thoughts are. There's really nothing more powerful than your thoughts. You gotta imagine everything in this world was imagined. You know, it was a thought before it manifested. This car, you know, that I have my phone on right now, you know, it was in somebody's mind before it ever became physical. Its concept was in somebody's mind. You know, everything that you see around you was a thought. Nature, everything in this world was a thought. You know, there was a concept to it before it became physical. Which in reality, nothing is physical. It's all in our imagination. It is all energy. It is all, you know, our minds translating this world through our senses and creating this vision for us. Science has proven that the world is like a hologram. You know, the holographic universe. That's a great book. But before something can appear here in the quote-unquote physical world, it has to be in here first. If you're trying to manifest your dreams, if you're trying to manifest an ideal life, a dream life for yourself, you first have to be living there in here. You can be there right now. You can be there today. That's how powerful our thoughts are. That's how we create anything. If we truly have been paying attention in our lives, right? If we've been paying attention, we realize that whenever we ask for something, we actually do get it. And that's why they had that saying that says, be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it. And that's happening to me a lot. And now that I'm paying attention and I'm conscious of what I'm asking for and I'm conscious of what I'm thinking about, and I see it come into my life. And it's not always how I imagined it to be, and that's perfect. That's all right. I mean, I believe that's part of it. Part of life is just enjoying the creation process, enjoying, you know, having the thoughts, enjoying questioning things, enjoying, you know, seeing life as a game where you can just keep on trying different things. You know, we're creators, we're scientists, you know, we're alchemists. We try one thing, if it doesn't work, we try another, and we keep on going, and we keep on going, and we keep on going. We never stop. We never get bored of failing. You know, there's no such thing as failing. And besides, to get to anything, to create anything truly profound, you have to fail. You can't ignore this. You cannot ignore failure, or quote-unquote failure, but we don't need to have a bad emotion towards failure. We don't need to have a bad emotion if we ask for something and then when we get it, it's not what we wanted. So if it's not what you wanted, then fine-tune what you're asking for. Be more precise, be more accurate with what you're asking for. When you get something that you do want, it leads you to what you do. When you get something that you don't want, it leads you closer to, you know, asking for what you do want. And it's all about the thoughts. It's all about your mind. It's all about what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on. There's a couple of things we have to keep in mind, is that the universe doesn't know yes or no, and it doesn't know like good or bad. It's all good, it's all God. That's like one of my favorite sayings now. It's all God. You know, there's no good or bad. And the universe doesn't go by that. The universe, everything in the universe is energy. It's all vibration. That's why I say your vibe attracts your tribe, and it's all about vibration. It's all about the vibrations. So whatever you focus on, that's the vibration that you're at. So if you focus on negative things, and I still have to work on this because sometimes I do get caught up in talking about like climate change and things like that, you know. But the thing is, if I keep on focusing on that, that's what I'm bringing more to my life. When I don't focus on that and I focus more on how beautiful life is, and I focus more on what I can do to improve the situations, because I know there are bad things happening in the world, but just because they're happening doesn't mean that they have to be my focus. You know, something I realized, like, I don't focus on racism a lot, so I actually don't get a lot of racist things happening around me. I don't get it. But the people that I see that do focus on that a lot, they have stories and stories and stories about how, you know, this is all happening. But like, I don't want to bring that energy into my universe. That's not what I want to focus on. You know, there's racism, sexism, speciesism. There's all this stuff going on. There's all this separation, and I'm not gonna focus on the separation because I don't want any more separation. When I focus on the separation, what happens is I come to the vibration. I bring myself closer to the vibration of the separation. And when my vibration is at the separation level, you know, I'm getting angry, I'm getting pissed, you know, and I'm lowering my frequency, I'm lowering my vibration, and I'm going to be attracting low vibrational things, low vibrational thoughts. Then my energy comes down, and I'm no longer seeing the magic in the world because all I'm seeing now is separation because that's all I'm focused on. So I don't focus on the separation. I focus on the love. I focus on the communication, the cooperation. I focus on high frequency emotions. I like to feel good. I like to wake up in the day. I like to see good things. I like to smell good things. I like to be surrounded by good things. I do my best for that. And I love to also feel good no matter where I'm at. So vibration is everything. Vibration is everything. So we have to be in a place of high vibration in order to get what we truly want. So whatever you don't want, do your best not to focus on that. You know, social media is a beautiful thing, beautiful tool, but it's made it easier for everybody in the world to be freaking out because something happens and everybody knows about it. But everybody doesn't really need to know about it. You know, and they're using this. Not only we already have the news, so people that are on TV they're getting this skewed view of the world, that makes the world out to be so damn like disastrous and just sad, and there's just all this crap going on. So they're freaking out. They're watching the news, and now on social media, that's become the new news, and it's just there's just so much going on social media. I also fine tune my social media. I fine tune it. I unfollow things that I don't want to focus on. If someone's putting like a whole bunch of death and stuff like that, I'm just like unfollow. I don't need to see that in my conscience. I don't need to be that. I don't need that in my subconscious mind because you know you gotta prime your subconscious mind to target the things that you do want. So you think about. I like to follow people that post a lot of fruits and a lot of inspirational quotes and inspirational videos. I like to follow people that are expressing themselves, that are just enjoying life, that have that joy and that wonder for life, that have that joy for connection and community. That's what I feed my subconscious mind. And that's what I get more of. That's what I've been getting more of. You know, manifestation is not as hard as people, you know, some people might make it seem to be. The truth of the matter is, we are always manifesting. We are always creating. This creation never stops. We can never stop creating because we can never stop thinking. You gotta realize that. We can never stop creating because we never stop thinking. There are thoughts all around us. We're always thinking and we're surrounded. Like we are one consciousness. So it's like, you know, as soon as I have a thought, there's most likely somebody else that has that thought, and our thoughts are gonna connect, and you know, eventually all the thoughts connect, and then you know, people meet. You know, people meet, things happen, because it's all about the thoughts. It's all about the vibrations. The vibrations come together. You know, once there's enough vibration, then you know, more people get involved, and things like this car happen, things like this house happens, things like, you know, everything you see around us. It's just pretty much vibrations coming together. And then of course we are vibrations, so it's people coming together, you know, having that good vibe, a vibe that works well together, and then we're able to combine our gifts and just create, you know. So it is as simple as that. So like, and when it comes to manifesting, just you focus on what you do want and do your best not to have anything that contradicts that. That's where a lot of us kind of fail. We have so many contradictions to get to where we want, especially in this path, thinking the way that we're thinking now. They don't teach you the stuff in school. We did not grow up knowing this. Now we're doing the research and figuring out for ourselves, you know, learning about the Hermetic principles, the universal laws, you know, things like that, as within, so without, correspondence, the law of polarity, things like that. We're learning about these things now on our own, but we didn't grow up with those beliefs. We grew up with the other beliefs, the beliefs of scarcity, and these beliefs like we've seen the world in a less magical way. Like we didn't never growing up, I never thought like the world was a hologram. I never thought that I was energy. I never thought that, like, you know, that my thoughts create my world. You know, thoughts become things, words become flesh. And I was never taught the importance of my thoughts. Now that I know that, it's something that I focus on daily, and it's, of course, sometimes I get caught up. We get caught up in this physical world. We get caught up with the materialistic things. We get caught up, with all the bills and all the stuff that's going on. And there's a lot of suffering. And the thing about it is, misery loves company. So when people are suffering, they don't want to suffer alone. They want to bring others in for the ride. It's like, come suffer with me. I've talked, like I mentioned in the first video I made on this channel, like my dad told me that I'd never be happy because he's suffering and he could not see happiness. Happiness is not possible for him. I've even talked to people and I told them, like, I have a way for you to live where you can actually be happy. And then they actually did not believe that happiness exists. Many people out there believe that suffering is life, that life is suffering. Well, if you believe that life is suffering, then you will suffer. I choose not to believe that. I choose to believe that life is a game, life is an experience, life is a journey, life is lit. I'll say it. I've been using that word a lot lately. I don't know why. But literally, your thoughts become your world. Your thoughts create your world. Because that's where it begins. It begins with your thoughts. And I've also learned that your thoughts literally affect every cell in your body. If you're at a high vibration, you're thinking good things, you're loving yourself, you're thinking others around you, and you're filled with gratitude, your cells are powered up. Your cells are like on a whole other level. Like, you gotta give yourself some energy. You gotta help yourself. You gotta help your cells. Help yourself by helping your cells. Like your cells in your body, give them some power, give them some energy, because they are all subject to your thinking. If you're thinking negative thoughts, low vibrational thoughts, you're going to deprive them of oxygen, you're going to deprive them of energy, and then your body's going to be like sluggish. But if you're thinking good thoughts and you're happy, you jump up, you're like enjoying life, your cells have the energy, your cells are going to follow you. As soon as you smile, for instance, your cells get happy. Just by smiling, your cells get happy. So your thoughts are important. Your thoughts are crucial. So protect your subconscious mind. Feed it good things. And if you want to manifest that life, you have to, like I said, focus on what you do want. Do your best to get rid of those beliefs, the belief systems that you have. Like, do your best to get rid of them. Get you some new beliefs. Start reading some new books. Have a new way of thinking. Go out to nature. Meditate more. Do whatever you got to do to let go. Part of this spiritual journey, it's been about, for me, it's been a lot of just letting go of the old to let in the new. And this is, letting go is so deep. It's like letting go of your old self and getting in tune with your higher self. Letting go of your old belief systems and then getting into a place where you don't really have belief systems, where you can just truly just enjoy life for what it truly is, Not what we've been thinking that it was, but what it truly is. And the thing is, we don't know what life is. So life should be filled with wonder. Like, there's so much to wonder, like to love. Like, it's beautiful. It's magical. Everything around us, whether you think it's good or bad, it's magic. It's magical. And there's no such thing as an ordinary moment. How we look at life determines how we're gonna live life. I look at life as a game, as a magical thing. I look at as the universe as my canvas, and I'm the creator, and I get to make of it what I want. Life is what you make it. That's how I choose to look at life. So that puts me, not that I'm in control of everything, I'm really only in control of how I feel about things, in the present moment, how I feel about things. That's what I'm in control of. I've released control. That's also too, I've let go of control. I'm not trying to make the world to be out the way I want it. I'm not trying to make people the way I want them to be. I'm allowing people to be. I'm allowing the world to be. I'm allowing life to be the way that it is, because there's a grand scheme of things way bigger than me. I couldn't even control my body if I had to control my body. The subconscious mind takes care of that. A lot of things in this world kind of just happen. So just let go. Let go and live. Let go and become lighter. Let go of what is no longer serving you. Let go of those beliefs that are telling you in your mind that what you're thinking about, that what you want, is not possible. So once you no longer have those beliefs that are telling you that it can't happen, and in your mind, all you have is just what you focus on, and that you know that you will get it, and in your mind you have it, then that brings you at a high vibration. That brings you at a vibrational match to whatever you want. And now when the opportunities arise for that thing to happen, for that manifestation to happen, you will see it, you will feel it. Your instincts, your intuition will be like, yep, that's it. But if those beliefs are there that tell you that it can't happen, and you don't believe it, or maybe you don't believe that you deserve it, then the opportunity might come, but you won't even see it. You'll be too busy. You'll be too distracted. Your mind will be elsewhere. You won't be in the present moment, and you will miss it. It is really as simple as that. Just have the thoughts. Avoid any contradicting thoughts. If you see yourself going low in vibration, bring yourself back up. Have methods to bring yourself back up. Dance, sing, whatever it is, whatever gets you happy, whatever gets you out of your mind and into the present moment, into your body, into living, whatever gets you to live. Do that. Focus on life. And like I said, we're creators. We're always creating. This is a power that we always have. Literally, the power that creates worlds is within each and every single one of us. We are the universe. We are God. We are it. We are everything. We are everywhere. We are one. If you like this video, hit the like button below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one if you have not already. Hit the bell to be notified for new videos. Hit me up in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep creating out there. Keep loving each other and keep on living, man. Peace.